Silvershotz features professional photographers of all styles from right around the world. We are now expanding to create short films to take you on a journey so that you can personally meet these professional photographers and learn how they create the most amazing photographs. Today we connect with Steve Parish, an Australian success story. Steve has actually created Australia's largest personally owned private photographic library. Steve has a reputation for his business acumen, his artistic skills, and his use of technology. Come with me and let's meet Steve Parish.
Nature and our connection with nature can enhance our mental, physical, spiritual well-being. Totally free of charge. Show and tell is my passion since I was 16. What I've got to do is get people excited about their own journey in nature. Find passion, develop life purpose. That's really what it's all about. I call it the isness of the moment. One of the things that I encourage photographers to do, the first time they actually make a picture that really captures the way they feel, they're very excited about that picture, is to bring that picture home and put it on the wall they look at most, and every day tell themselves how wonderful they are, how creative they are. And it's a wonderful, it gives you a wonderful sense of achievement. So, you know, whether it's abstract colours or a paddle wheeler on the River Murray, and then you can paint your walls and furnish your home around your art. And there's so many ways of expressing yourself now we have in the digital age, you know, through our photography. We're able to take what we see into the world of what we feel, and we're able to blend those two together and then interpret it as we will. You're actually able now to bring in your own art history, blend it with your own interpretation, and express things that are about you at that moment in time. Of course, the traditional artist makes a painting, and it's the only way they can manipulate it or change it is to paint over the top of it and start from scratch. We photographers can go back to our sources. I've just gone through the process of reinterpreting my whole art collection. And sometimes when I'm feeling particularly playful while I'm creating, I might get an idea that leads me to create an abstract. It's possible now with the technology that's available to be able to create beautiful abstracts, to manipulate colour, to change colour, and go into a playful state of mind. In our lives we have 60 years, 50 years, 40 years, 80 years, we don't know how long we've got. But really in the scheme of things, particularly when you get to my age of 73, you realise there's more behind, more gone, than there is in front. I'm into angelfish. Angelfish are very spiritual. What I've tried to do is create this global sort of sense of globe and the angelfish floating out of it. And I did a partner to go with it for the butterfly. This is called Dare to Fly. This butterfly lives for 7 days. And so it feeds, it rests, and it copulates. Absolutely at high level speed, because it's got 7 days to continue its species, and then it's dead. A dear friend of mine wrote a poem, "We never did take time until it was too late." It passed away, and even while we lay on grass and every plan we made was an assumption it would wait. One of the greatest pivotal moments of my life was an American journalist that was embedded with the Royal Australian Navy. I was a search and rescue diver, and he spent a lot of time in the air-conditioned crew room, and I got to know him. I was an avid writer. I was writing for diving magazines. He said, "What you need to do, Steve, when you're writing something is imagine where you will be while you're reading it." And what hit me, I imagined I'm the viewer of the visual information, the reader of the text, and how that will affect me. I inspire people to connect to nature, which is my life philosophy, to inspire others to connect to nature for mental, spiritual, physical well-being. It's got to fit that criteria. The other element of it is it triggering joy and great artistic satisfaction for me personally? Does it have the form, the colour, the pattern, etc.? Do I feel excitement? I'm expressing my emotional feelings about what I happen to be standing in front of, whether it's a bird, a landscape, or whatever it happens to be. Jabiru is my avian icon. Been with them in the wild, I've had them so close to my hide that I couldn't focus on them. That particular shot, that was 6 weeks camped in a billabong with mosquitoes. But the way I look at it is I immerse myself in an ecosystem, and my objective is to capture every element of that ecosystem so that I can reproduce the feeling. If a totally realistic contemporary photograph is presented properly, it's a work of art in its own right. If I want to, for instance, a field of flowers, if I want to play with that field of flowers and I want to turn them into just swatches of colour, it's because that's what I'm feeling when I look at that field of flowers. What's drawing me is the colour palettes and the form and the texture and the emotion of the scene. I would be focusing more on pleasing yourself. If you can express your own unique view of the world from an artistic perspective and be different and totally unique about it, your audience will find you. That's what I'm trying to capture.
What a privilege to have the opportunity to meet Steve Parish. I'm in absolute awe of his passion and his knowledge, as I'm sure you all are. So what I would suggest you do if you want to learn more about his masterclasses, his travel guides and his fine art gallery, please visit his website. Thank you.